Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today, going to be a Patreon cast between Queen and Ample here on Neo Aztec. Left side, we have a red Zerg player. It is Queen, previously known as Zero. And on the top side, we have a blue Terran player. It is Ample. So Queen is the more established of these two players, but Ample is an up-and-coming Terran player. I figured for this week's Patreon cast, at patreon.com/FalconPaladin, I would see how Ample stacks up to Queen. So I think Ample is the underdog, but sometimes underdogs exceed expectations, right? Right. If you're watching this at patreon.com/FalconPaladin, thanks for supporting me for at least $1 a month. I really do appreciate it. And if you're watching this on YouTube in the month of November, then hit that like button, hit the subscribe. I've got Brood War content 5 days a week here. So if you like Brood War and you like Brood War replays cast by Falcon Paladin, this is the place to be. This is also an RJB replay. There's a giant folder in my replays folder, subfolder in my replays folder titled Recommended Replays from RJB, or the Ultimate Replay Pack, as he named it. And I'm getting through it, and this is one of those. It's an overpool opening here from Kaveen. Super safe, kind of macro-oriented, and low base main bases here on Neo Aztec. Terror the Overlord is scouting the wrong way. I didn't say anything. I didn't tell you we were going. Sorry. So yeah, overpooling and then going for the 11 hatch after that on this high ground with the gas. So beautiful, so beautifully on time here on the other side. Going, refinery. Pretty fast refinery here with a barracks. So this feels to me like more of a barracks factory style play than a barracks expand. But we'll keep an eye on what we're doing here anyway. SCV going for that scout around. It's a 3-player map, Neo Aztec, and both players are scouting the incorrect location first, which is a little bit entertaining, I think. So, yeah, SCV wrong location, Terror the Overlord wrong location. But that means if you scout the wrong location, then you know where your opponent is by process of elimination, right? And there's your factory. So yeah, one base fac coming in, which means you have links out this early is nice. And the fact that you can get speed out a little bit faster is 2 here. So the overpool, I think, working out in Queen's favor here. Ample not walling off, which I'm actually extremely concerned about all of a sudden. I just realized. He doesn't have anything blocking this ramp whatsoever. He's positioning Marines to where lings that show up can't surround him, but still, it's a good number of lings here, man. They are coming over 2 or 3 at a time. SCV going for the scout, trying to see what's what, and I mean, bunker construction might be a good thing now, but I think it's maybe too late for that at this point. And here come Los Zerglings. Alright, so they see the 2 Marines in between the command center and the barracks and say, okay, alright, fair enough. Fair enough. We're not going to try to engage here. SCV body blocking to a 3rd Marine is now out. Really? We going for it? Ah, the SCV body block is so good, though. Look at all these lings die. So the Marines all die, yes, but only 2 lings survive the onslaught. 1 ling survives the onslaught, so that's not great. But you did reduce the Marine count to 0, so that's pretty cool. And now there's a Vulture out, and slow lings are just the playthings of slow Vultures. So Vulture wins that battle. I don't know what, we lost 6 lings. It was probably for about 3 Marines and maybe an SCV. Alright. Fairly fair. Lair timing sub 4 minutes here too. Fast Lair. Trying to throw up a Sunken at the front because he knows that Vultures are out, and this is probably just a mech style opening. Like mech as fast as Terranly possible here from Ample. Spire coming up right at the front, right where this can be visible to the Vulture if he comes in, and decides to get hit in the face by a sunken subterranean tentacle. Subterranean tentacle. There you go. That's a bit of a tongue twister, but I think I got it in the end. Alright, so is expanding now, and also getting a starport behind this. Interesting. Maybe an attempted Vulture drop into the main base with a dropship would be pretty cool. Maybe a Wraith opening, that might be pretty good too here, although the Spire indicates Wraith opening not as good if there's a fast Spire. What was that? Did something just die? Did a Vulture try to wander in here and get killed? SCV. Oh, it was the SCV that died. Okay, SCV death sounds are... That's what it was. The drone has a kill. All right, fair enough. Well done. Well done getting the SCV with your drone. Excellent work. Control tower coming in on this pretty fast starport. As I said, we're not continuing vulture production here either. Going for an armory. What the heck? Oh, vultures go for this little sneaky run by here, and the drones do pin one of them in, and it kills it, but the third one is still alive, which is super annoying. There's mutas on the way, but this vulture is getting some kills. I mean, it doesn't have speed, so the micro's a little bit harder here, but pretty good micro on display. Oh, do not die to... Do not... Oh my... Okay, well, Ample, he did the thing I didn't want him to do. Which is absolutely just get wrecked by drones. I know it's a slow vulture, but still, man, you gotta do better than that. Missile turret on the way now from Ample. Missile turrets coming up to defend against the incoming Mutalisks, because they are here. Ooh, and maybe a Valkyrie. Okay. So every once in a while I get somebody who says, why didn't the Terran make a Valkyrie to deal with the Mutalisks? And I'm like, I don't know, man. I can't really speak to, I can't speak to the mind of the Terran player in all these situations, but this player is. So Ample is going for the Valkyrie play here, which I like. It does a pretty good job of shutting down this Mutastack stuff, because stacked Mutalisks take all of the damage from the splash damage Valkyrie attacks Halo rockets, right? So excellent job there. Getting a single Valkyrie out is definitely enough to handle this. To deal with the Valkyrie, you have to split the mutas, and then the splitting mutas aren't as effective at killing things like missile turrets or, you know, bunkers and stuff. So that's a win. That is definitely a win for the Terran. Third base coming in from Queen down south. Going for a Hydralisk Den here too. And what are we doing? Like, honestly, what is the play here? It's Marines, and it's a science facility, and it's Valkyries, but the factory's been very quiet ever since that first Vulture came out. So maybe, yeah, it's another barracks and another barracks. So maybe the attempt was to make Queen think this is a mech opening. Oh, but now the mutas are going to come in. Oh, maybe catch a glimpse of these barracks coming up and say, you tried to trick me. Oh, yeah, so now he knows. He definitely sees the 3 barracks. And nope, Scourge doing nothing against these Valkyries. Good control there from Ample. So Ample doing okay. I like that he's got 2 bases. I like that he kind of tried to fake Queen out there, and Queen did not take the bait, though. Did scout with his Mutalisk, sacrificed a couple Scourge to get it, but that's probably fair. And interestingly enough, third base down here, which I guess is easier to defend because of the ramp compared to this, but this is really close to home. Like, as far as a third base goes, I don't see what's wrong with this necessarily, but definitely took the one that's further away for reasons. Is there... I guess there is the only the one way up and down here, so... Okie doke! Easy to defend with lurkers, and lurker aspect is on the way, and it's not like there's a huge marine attack incoming either. Right? Sure, we're pumping 3 Marines at a time, but we have, what, 0 medics? We don't have any Firebats at all. We've got the Valkyries, but as far as an attack on this third base goes, I just don't see it in the cards really anytime soon. We're working on Stim, too. There we go. Medic production has begun now. But this is a pretty turtly 2-base opening right now from Ample. I don't know how I feel about it. I think giving Queen this much time to get this third base up, not really worry about any kind of attack whatsoever. Got lurkers defending the third. Very hard to break now for the bio. Got lurkers coming up, I think, here as well. Yep, at the natural base. So again, hard to break with bio until you have siege tanks out. And are we making siege tanks? Yes, we're making a siege tank. Are we getting siege mode? The answer seems to be no at this moment, but that can change at any second here. He actually doesn't have the gas for it, so never mind. Oh, taking down this first science vessel. That's good. Keeping the science vessel count low is super duper important. It's kind of like Protoss against Terrans trying to keep the tank count low, right? So the Valkyrie attack sound and visuals, I just love them so much. So they do spot that there's lurkers out in the middle of the map here. So maybe moving out, you need to be cautious of stop lurkers, right? Where you're spamming stops, they're not attacking anything, and then you let go of stop, and they attack stuff that's right on top of them. It's a good move. We see it sometimes on the channel, but I think now the fact that Ample knows they're out there, he should be less likely to fall for such a trick. And there it is, finally starting up siege mode for the siege tanks, getting U-238 shells, the range upgrade for the Marines, and now that we have medics, that's usually the indication we want to move out. I like that he has a couple Valkyries too, because traditionally, what tries to deal with this is Mutalisk, right? The Muta stack Tries to pick off Marines one by one at the edge of the group, but now that there's Valkyries around, that's hard to do. And in fact, well, Queen's not even going to try it, I don't think. Going for a very fast Defiler round, starting at 10 minutes here. It's just a handful of Mutalisks. Like, 4 Mutas aren't really going to try to engage with this anyway, right? So Ling Lurker are going to be a better option to try to deal with these units. Yeah, these Trap Lurkers are getting kind of bypassed at the moment because they got scouted. Remember, that totally happened. Ugh, goodbye, Zergling. And, Science Vessel. Scourge trying to get it. They do get the Science Vessel. The Valkyries are getting that nice splash damage off there. Bunch of Lings die. A Lurker gets tank fired in the face. And actually, ooh, I like this from positioning from Queen quite a bit. He's like, you want to come out here with Marines? Good luck with that. Bad things will happen to you if you try to leave this safe space. That said, continuing to push with his Marine tank army up to the natural base of Queen. Do we have Consume? Not yet. So Dark Swarm is not going to be available for this incoming attack. Which, c'est un problème, as the French would say. Valkyrie's got 1 kill. It takes a while to kill an Overlord, but can pull it off here. Oh, these Lurkers are both dead. Oh my gosh, the Lurkers are both dead. Okay, Lurker's dead here. Defiler's on the way. Consume just taking a while here. Oh, Valkyrie's still alive. Still alive, chasing the Mutalisks out. Has only the 1 kill thus far, but has really provided an important service. And then, careful, careful. Oh my gosh. That was a big, big splash hit. 9 kills on that Lurker. Siege Tank's got 9 kills over here too. So yeah, the Siege unit's getting a bunch of kills for both sides of the battle. This Valkyrie is being very aggressive. Like, maybe you don't get too far away from the Marines. Like, a pair of Scourge will end you. All right, there's the Dark Swarm, and I think that's where the Siege Tanks are like, well, we at least got to back up here. Did he just kill? He killed his own Sunken, so I think he could get out more easily. All right, running up, another Dark Swarm. Beautiful Dark Swarm happening. And that is a tank down, tank down. Adrenal Glands isn't even done yet. It's on the way. Plague's coming in here too. More factories coming in. And vehicle weapons getting researched here too. Is this a transition into mech at 12 minutes? After going for a pretty heavy Marine tank opening. Yeah, Spider Mine's getting researched. It could also just be Vultures supplementing the normal Marine pressure here, as he is making 5 Firebats at a time. Again, assuming to deal with the Zerglings that we're going to see a lot of here from Queen today. Adrenal Glands. Good indication that's what's going to happen. So Lurker needs to burrow in now. And it does. And then... oh. Okay, yeah. So now I'm going to get picked off by a tank in these Marines. Probably not get any kills at all. And does not get any kills whatsoever. Single Siege Tank remains from the initial group that moved out across the map to kill Queen here. And a Radiate coming in. I know I keep saying that, but it's a really, really important spell. Defiler Energy is coming up too. Ultralisk Cavern at 13 minutes is kind of hot. Actually, Firebats! Yes! Firebats doing all right versus these Zerglings, that's for sure. And maybe Firebats could come up here and assist against this. No, it's fine. Siege Tank ended up getting 5 kills. That's great. Right side base canceled. Third for Ample. Well, fourth for Ample goes down. Third base is happily running. Engaging in the middle of the map here, Science Vessel scouting the Lurkers, but jumping right on top here, irradiating the Defiler. Irradiates are getting some really good value already here out of Ample. And right now, I'd say it's anybody's game. I don't think anybody has a distinct advantage on the other one, although fourth base for Queen is a little bit later than perhaps we would like to see it. So maybe he's going to get a fifth base while he's at it. Did he just get scanned while his drone? Oh my gosh. Ample's game sense is sick. He's like, is there a base down here? No, but there's a drone, which means an attempted expand is on the way. Ling's trying to get these medics. Can't quite pull that off here. Plague does catch. Beautifully does catch 2 of those Science Vessels. So Ling's just trying to get some map control here, trying to get some vision available. Trying to make sure this right side fourth base for Ample never comes up again. They're going to do their best. Ooh, picking off one of the Science Vessels with, I'm guessing, a Scourge. I don't know what else would have killed that. Drone is really trying to hide. It's like, oh, no, there are no drones down here. Nope, nope, nope. I wasn't trying to set up house naked at all. Nope. Nope, nope. Sees, okay, well, I don't know where this drone is, but whatever. I guess. Production tab says 2 more factories on the way. This does feel like a pretty solid mech transition. Like a really solid mech transition. Oh, the Dark Swarm comes up, but the Defiler dies before the Swarm finishes, I guess. That was very tight window. 4th base, fully saturated with gas more than anything else. That's what the Zerg player needs. Yeah, this group is kind of hanging out. This drone can't do anything. It can't go for a 5th base down here, so it takes the 5th base on the left side, which is minerals only, which is not ideal for a Zerg player that's trying to go for ultras. But has enough resources for a bunch more Ultralisks here. Not enough supply for it, though, which is a bit of a concern. Ah, Dark Swarm came up. Oh, secondary Dark Swarm. The Dark Swarms have been good. And actually attacking from the right side here, yet this Lurker's not taking damage. Man, Dark Swarm is not perfectly good at stopping all tank attacks, obviously, and I thought we'd figure this out, to where from the right side, the tank will hit the Lurker and do damage to it, but apparently not. So, alright. Lurker working on that barracks, does take it down very, very nicely indeed. This other Ling attack, this 4th base is just a bad time overall. 6 Ultras are on the way. So 6 Ultralisks. These Lings are not going to be able to take this base down, but their friends, the 6 Ultras, should be able to, depending on how things go here. Spider Minefield, hoping the Ultras run into those. These Lurkers are still here. I thought for sure they'd be dead by now. 10 kills on that one, 4 kills on that one. And finally, the second Dark Swarm wears off. Both tanks get obliterated instantly. Or both Lurkers do by siege tanks. This one too, having a bad time, but actually getting some free hits and kills a Marine before he gets taken out. What is it? 135 to 116 supply. So it's how many factories? It's 4 factories with siege tanks. We still have a bunch of barracks. We haven't floated those off yet. And we're pumping off of 1 starport, surprisingly enough. Usually the situation is 2 starports, but in the situation where it's very much kind of Marine Medic Firebat Vulture, I kind of like it. Oh, Science Vessel down. How many is that? That's 3 or 4 that we've seen go down in this game already. And here, remember what I said about the friendly Ultralisks that are going to find this space later? Yeah, these are them. They have arrived. What are these Ultras trying to do besides, I guess, specifically take down these 2 siege tanks and lose an Ultra in the process? Fair enough, I guess. Got the 5 armor, but eventually does get taken down by siege tank fire for the most part, but also the Marines a little bit. They got +1 attack. The tanks have +2, +1. And Ultras in the main base. That's not good. They got 5 armor and +1 attack, which gives them 23 damage on their attacks here versus little things like SCVs and versus things like Marines. They are very, very good and very bullying. Yeah, Ultralisk in this mineral line chewing up these SCVs. Baby, just random SCVs are kind of cruising around in your house here, Ample. You gotta deal with it, but the problem is it's 127 to 106 supply, and Queen is in full swing right now. Ultras on everything. And that's your good game. Ample taps out in 18 minutes. Bam, Queen is your winner. So the answer to our question of how does Ample match up against Queen right now, not super hot. Not great. He didn't kill any bases, which is always a problem. As a Terran, if you're going to beat an elite Zerg player like Queen, you got to kill hatches, man. You got to find this 3rd base and kill it. Maybe push a little bit sooner on it before the Lurkers come up. Maybe push on this 3rd base. Maybe get an attack on one of these less defended bases, right? Like, this is not that hard to wander up to and kill. And, I mean, nice space denial down here, but these units could have been used up here, right? Could have been used to help defend this a little bit better. But as we've talked about, if you watched my cast, well, I guess depending a month ago or maybe earlier this week, that was between Terror and some unknown Terran player. The Terran player did a good job keeping the Dark Swarm off of his bases. He forced Terror to throw up Dark Swarm in the middle here, which is very easy to retreat from with Marines, Medics, and Firebats, right? And he never allowed the Defilers to get close enough to a base to do this, because this is how Dark Swarm is super duper effective, right? You can't run away because these bunkers can't move, and the SCVs need to keep mining, and the Ultralisks are taking advantage of that fact. The SCVs fighting an Ultralisk, that is not good. 8 kills on that one, 11 kills, 4 kills. These Lings have no kills among them. Man, And yeah, if you let Queen get 4 or 5 bases up without losing one, pretty much it's game over from there. All right, so 18 minutes on this replay, 102,000 points for Queen, 86,000 points for Ample. 276 Zerg units produced, 283, 180 to 153, and not a good kill-death ratio here for Ample. And outspent the Terran by about 4,000, yeah, about 4,000 minerals, 3,500 resources in about 18 minutes. And pachow. Everything is good here for Queen. So Ample needs to do some work here. Right. Anyway, that's going to be it for me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another StarCraft Remastered upload. And it's going to be a Patreon cast as well. So again, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. And if you're watching this on patreon.com, thank you very much. You can also find me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch. And until next time, as always, thanks so much for watching. And thanks for being here. And you take care of yourself.